transition to 174. Logan Massa and Joe Grello, Tim.
Yeah, he's back. Logan Massa and Joe Grello. You could say it about both of them. Joe Grello, one of the best wrestlers on the Rutgers team, out last year from an injury that he got early on and wasn't able to come back, and so it's good to see Joe back in. It's great to see Logan Massa. You're looking at him right there, third in the NCAAs as a freshman. Fell short the last couple of years that he was wrestling, but man, he had some injuries and they just limited his training and probably his confidence, and then he took the year off. It's Olympic red shirt last year, wins the US Open, beats Makai Lewis, and I mean, you can say he's back, Logan Massa, and it's good to see him.
Well, Logan Massa, 3 top 5 finishes in the Big Ten championships, including finishing runner-up back in 2017. Sean Barnett told us about his redshirt senior out of St. John's, Michigan, that he's passionate and he wears his heart on his sleeve. Can that translate for him winning a national championship? His journey begins tonight against Joe Grello.
Little roll there by Massa, keeping the ankle, almost getting it 2, but nice job by Grello. Never gave it up. He got 2 points right there. Very gritty, very nice job by Grello. Did not give up, didn't stop moving. You can't stop moving, and then Grello, that was textbook there.
And that is out of bounds. 2-0 in favor of Joe Grello, the 2019 NCAA Championships qualifier, 2-time Big Ten Championships participant, 2018 and 2019. In 2019, he had a 9th place finish. 6-5 last season before a knee injury derailed the rest of his campaign.
He lost to and got hurt against a match with Mark Hall from Penn State, and he was out the rest of the year. But he's won some matches at the NCAAs, and real excited to be back in the hunt here. But you know what was evident there is he was thinking about scoring as Massa outscored on him, and so it's just great to see both wrestlers thinking about scoring. You got to continue to move to score, and that'll get rid of Joe Grello. Coach said fights with a little bit of anxiety also. Well, the best way to fight anxiety is to think about scoring.
Well, that's one thing that Scott Goodale was telling us, that he wanted Joe Grello. He wants him to think about scoring and continue to score. Grello's been in Big Ten wars, as has Logan Massa. So these are 2 tough customers here at 174 pounds. Under a minute to go in our first period. Looking for a shot there is Logan Massa.
Massa looking for that far ankle. Does a nice job of shelving and driving through. He's going to try to stay on. Nice job of knowing where he's at. Continue. Has not come off. Looking to drag and jump and get the 2. Nice job by Massa all the way. Got on a low single, then worked his way up above the knee, and then with his mat savvy knew exactly where he was. Like I said,
Tim,
the good ones score at the edge of the mat.
Tim, this was brilliant. Look at this. Look at the awareness by Logan Massa to bring that right leg and then finish off the takedown.
Yep, just what he wanted to do there, and that started with a nice execution and workup. So that was well done, about a 20-second go.
It's hard to teach that. You learn that by experience on the mat.
And Logan Massa has had a lot of experience, coached by his dad. And his son, or his brother, Taylor, wrestled for Michigan. So a lot of legacy.
His brother Taylor wrestled at Michigan from 2013 to 2016. Massa, a 3-time Michigan State champion in high school at St. John's High School. Final moments of this, our first period, but caution for Joe Grello. 3-2 lead for Logan Massa, ranked number 2 in the country at 174. Looking for an escape is Grello. And that ends the first period. So last year, Michigan finished 7th in the Big Ten because these 3 gentlemen were not participating. They took Olympic red shirts.
Yeah, Stefan and Miles already on the Olympic team, like we said, for Serbia and San Marino, but they're back in the lineup now, just not tonight. Logan Massa backing up to 174, which I think is a good weight. Then you add Paris and and Storr, and now Cam Amin with a big debut. And you've got a team that last year when these two met, it was number 23 versus number 25. This year it's number 2 versus number 10. Hey, kudos to both coaches and the programs that they're building and the recruiting classes.
And also, let's reiterate, Tim, the fact that this is a free year according to the NCAA. So if these wrestlers want to come back, they can next season.
Yeah, it's not like the NFL and the NBA. There aren't millions waiting for you. You wonder why they wouldn't come back. Well, some have been in it so long that, you know, maybe it's a body thing. Maybe they're, you know, they're so good and so elite that they can make some money out there that the wrestling another year of college won't allow for. But I know the coaches are going to do everything they can to make sure that their wrestlers feel like they can come back and still chase their dreams. But you know, there's probably a lot of reasons, but it's going to be very interesting because some of these teams, like you said, number 1, number 2, Michigan and Iowa, they could have the same teams next year.
Well, Michigan in their 99th season as a program, they've yet to win a national championship, and that is what they have their sights set on. But they have to go through, likely, number 1, the Iowa Hawkeyes.
You know, and I just want to say right now, 99 years, going to 100, and there's Cliff Keen, and they're our sponsor, Jim Keen, the son of Cliff Keen, just passed away this last fall. One of the great leaders, gentlemen in our sport. Tom Keen, his son, heads up Cliff Keen, and I mean, when you think Michigan, you think of the Keens, and that was a big loss. I'll miss Jim. He was a great friend, a great gentleman, and we're thankful for the sponsorship of Cliff Keen Athletic for Big Ten wrestling.
I'm sure they are absolutely delighted with what they're seeing out of Logan Massa, who is leading Joe Grello 8-3, final moments of the second period. Massa 85-19 overall. 6th-year senior, 7-1 in Big Ten duels in the 2018-2019 season. That ends the second period, and Massa really took over, Tim, in the second.
Yeah, he's getting after it now, and he really likes 174. He gets to enjoy wrestling. He gets to work at getting better, and he has his weight probably a lot better in control than at 165. I think that year off, and coach is the one that really feels that way, that it really allowed him to have the joy back in. But, hey, it's hard to have the joy when you have debilitating injuries, and that knee injury that he had just caused him to not be able to train the way that he wanted, and then that works in your head, and he's healthy now, and it's going to be exciting to see what Logan Massa does.
Well, it's great to see both guys healthy, with Grello having that knee injury. Massa's totally healthy. I mean, both guys are elite when it comes to Big Ten wrestling. Logan Massa with the 4-point lead as we approach 90 seconds to go in the third period. What a transition there by Massa.
Just quick like a cat. I mean, it was almost, he didn't hardly even touch Grello. He's just around, found the angle, and slipped around for the 2 points. Then he goes right in, gets off his knees. Look at, he's driving forward, got that wrist, putting a lot of pressure on Grello there, head on the mat, working hard here in the third period.
Well, Logan Massa may be thinking major decision instead of just a regular decision.
Well, he should be. I mean, that's the deal. You should always be looking to score. And right now, he's looking to try to set up that Turk.
That's a bad spot for Joe Grello to be in. Under a minute to go in the third and final period.
And he's trying to turn those hips so that those shoulders come too. And he can make up his mind right now. There's this stalemate. He hates the fact that there's stalemate because he was working on it. Very frustrating.
Sean Bourmet just sort of shrugs his hands as to say, hey, nothing you can do about it.
Longtime assistant Josh Shrell is sitting right to the left of Sean Bourmet, the right on your screen right there. The great coaching staff.
I'll tell you what, Logan Massa, sorry about that, Tim, but he has a motor. He keeps telling the referee, come on, let's go, let's go. That's the second time he did it.
Yeah, he's on a roll right now. Now he's decided, okay, now I'm not going to spend time trying to get into that same position that I thought it was working. I'm going to let him go. A takedown would make it a 7-point lead with the riding time, will give me that major decision. 30 seconds to execute. Look at the way that Massa came up, shelved and slipped and jumps on top too. Now 20-second ride. He's got to know where he's at. Yep. I think the coaches just said, stay on him, because he has the the riding time, and he does have the major decision. That was really nice execution, and it shows you what you said, Ray. He's got a gas tank from start to finish.
Boy, and he is proving that, as he is likely en route to a major decision. As Logan Massa, welcome back, Logan Massa. A W over Joe Grello by major decision, increasing Michigan's lead 22-4.